Formula Ford is your basic starter when you move from karts into circuit racing. Formula Ford's the first step of the ladder on the way up to Formula One. It's been running 45 years. Many top drivers in the early parts of their career, if you look back at the history, and these have all gone on to be successful drivers, world champions, and multiple world champions. The reason I've chosen to drive for Sinter, they're like a big family. I've known a lot of the guys here since I started racing, and it's been their support from day one in my career when I stepped into cars that has helped me to where I am now. We've shared the ups and downs together. We've been through thick and thin, and looking back now, I wouldn't change a thing. Can only be grateful to Lindsay for all the support he's given me, and literally from day one when I made the phone call to him asking for some second-hand spares to run my horrible car that I bought and was trying to rebuild myself, and he's just supported me from that moment on. Knowing this and with that to look back on, I'd never drive for anyone else. If I was going to step onto the racetrack in Formula Ford, then it's a no-brainer. I'll go with him. It was 2006. I'd saved up all year, and I'd managed to get a few small sponsors and funded for the Formula Ford Festival. I don't know if you can call it arrogance, but I went into it thinking in myself I could get up there on the pace. Unfortunately, after a bit of a shocking weekend, I crashed out in the final, and that was it again. Another chance taken, another year wasted. And it was after that I decided that it was time to take a step back. Obviously, with the time I'd committed to racing, going too well business-wise. One day I was sat in the rain in my car, and a phone call came from abroad, asked me to go out to Bahrain. I think it was about a week later I set foot on the island, and at this point in time I've got a beautiful wife, I've got a 15-month-old son and another baby on the way. Motorsport, you need money. It's not a sport where you can have talent and make it to the top unless you've got funding. If you compare it to like football, up in a block of flats in the middle of London, but if you've got talent to kick a ball, you'll find your way to the Premiership. I see a lot of talent out there that just don't get an opportunity to progress, and it's basically because it costs a lot of money. Gone are the days now when the team used to pay the drivers just to rock up. It's the other way around. You're paying the teams now, and the only way to get better at sport obviously is to practice. Unfortunately, when you're trying to practice at motorsport, it involves hiring cars or buying cars, paying for tyres and getting out onto the circuits. So it soon racks up, and even at the very lowest level, the bills are quite amazing. So this weekend's come about of a new company that's come along called Racer Times, a new website. I suggested I was racing at Brands Hatch and just get the name out there, get people thinking about the name. I think I'm one of the first to sign up. second from the back in the first race, second from the back in the second race, and the back of the grid for the third. That is the first time I've ever gone racing and I'm at the back of the grid. Third. Excusing mechanical failure.
No, I don't think he's too old. There's a guy here who's almost 50 and he's still pushing the front of it. It's if Gav gets the right sponsorships, the right money behind him and motivation. He's got the skill. You're born with skill, you can't buy skill. I think he could do what he wanted to do here. He's done it once, he could do it again and maybe move up to Formula 3 if he gets the money, and it's all about money nowadays, not skill levels. Someone like Gav who's actually moved forward, gone into Formula 4, done what he's done, you know, he's so much of a talent.
This year it's been it's funded by my parents. Whilst we're getting some results, getting a bit of a story to tell some sponsors for next season, and so at the minute we're just learning, trying to get results to build the story on for next season to colour the sponsors.
Driving and I'm totally focused on the job in hand.
put the corner back on it.
Is it doable for the next race?
Probably about another hour or so.
And the next race is in another hour?
Another hour or so, yeah.
What happened?
Dude, you just fighting with my teammate, turned into a corner, and he nailed me in the apex. Knocked my back end off, so I've got no corner. That was it, race over for both of us.
Yeah, I think you're great, mate. Really brilliant. The best I've ever seen.
This guy's alright.
Who's that then?
It's proper. Perry McCarthy. Used to be the Stig.
Oh, well, the first stick.
Yeah. There's just so many variables that can happen over a race weekend, and that's the interesting thing. We're trying to control something we have absolutely no control of. The level of dedication to be successful is, a lot of people think it's just a driver, but the mechanics, the team owners, all totally committed to the sport, and to excel, they have to have that commitment.
I'm made in England, I call it my kingdom. She might let me down, she will never take a bow for me. So down the river, you scream till they hear ya, and I'm still standing proud, even as every town has fallen down to its knees. I'm made in England, I call it my kingdom. She might let me down, she will never take a bow for me. So down the river, scream till they hear, and I'm still standing proud, even as every town has fallen down.
You're doing 130, 140 mile an hour wheel to wheel, but it's peaceful. You're just concentrating so far in front that even the speed isn't apparent. It's, you know, when you're really on it, when you're in a pack of cars and you're fighting for position.
You can't help but wonder if Gavin Halls has finally found the form that's eluded him all weekend. He is making passes right, left and centre. Virtually from the back of the grid, he's now finds himself in 7th.
that's a Brands GP track. It's a proper